Welcome back to NSUSpartans.com. Here with softball head coach Heidi Cavallo, a sort of mid-season report here today. And Heidi, we've already gotten the first conference weekend done. You got your whole, the first part of the non-conference season, which every single game actually was here at home, which must have been nice for you guys. Looking back at the beginning of the season, or actually even before the season, were you and assistant coach Amanda Haberman kind of what you thought the strengths and the weaknesses were of the team going in? Now you've had kind of a good amount of games to kind of really judge the team. What have maybe been the biggest surprise for you guys this year?
I definitely think the freshman class have stepped up for us, and the leaders on our team have emerged, and we definitely have been hitting like we wanted to. It's just later in the season, I think, has surprised us. It wasn't as quick, and we've had some struggles early on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you say you guys got off to a great start there, and then for a while the hitting died down. But you guys have starting to get better. You got players up at the top of the lineup, hitting really well, and even some of the players that struggled early on are starting to catch fire. Morgan's really raised her average up. Gipsy started to hit a little better now after she's coming off the injury. So for you guys, that's got to help that your hitting's really starting to come around as the weather's getting warmer and as you really get into the conference season.
We definitely needed to come around, especially now that we're in conference. I mean, it's better in conference than before conference. So it's a good time for the bats to be coming alive. The warm weather definitely, I think, helps. Just that the game time, experience for the younger girls. They've seen a lot of good pitchers. So now going into conference, I mean, we've seen some top-notch pitchers already, and they're very confident now going into conference. Yeah,
I was gonna say, you saw we had two tournaments here all weekend, so I mean, we really got a chance for the freshmen to really kind of get their feet wet and everything. And speaking of some of the freshmen, a couple of them, you had Kathy Cortez, who's caught every single inning for you guys this year, which you needed her to do. You told that at the beginning of the season. You've had Morgan Boyd. She's a really quick player. You need her speed on the base paths, and she's starting to come around now. She had 3 hits in the game down at Bethune-Cookman. Plus, Melina Valles has started every single game at first base. So just talk about a little bit these individual freshmen and how they're really stepping up for you guys when you needed them.
Well, Kathy, we pretty much put the pressure on her. I mean, we have to have her back there, and she's stepped up, and she's really stepped her game up, and she's playing really well for us. She's done a great job behind the plate. I mean, controlling the pitchers and controlling the game, whether we're winning or losing. Her composure is phenomenal for a freshman, and she's done a really good job. And at the plate, she's done what we asked. We have her in the number 2 spot in the lineup, and so she's either moving Danielle or getting herself on, and she's doing what we're asking of her. I mean, we couldn't be happier with her. And then Morgan Boyd is so quick. We've just really been working with her. It's her first year from the left side. I think it was just a confidence thing and maybe just some amount of at-bats, and now it's clicked. And it was a nice weekend for it to click down at Bethune. It's a great time, and if she gets that ball in play, she's so quick that she's going to get on the majority of the time, which is nice for us. We need her on the base paths.
But you've also had a couple, like you said, leadership has stepped up. You've had Jeanette Sauceda, who's hitting right around 400. She's hitting above 400 for a while. Now she's right around that 400 mark. Danielle Wright's been your leader in runs, RBIs, home runs, stolen bases, everything. So talk about having that. It's been nice, I guess, to have that senior leadership, not just senior leadership, but leadership of upperclassmen as well.
The upperclassmen have really stepped up this year. Sauce is hitting phenomenal. She's going up to bat very confident, and she's been a really good team player. We've moved her from first to third, and then now to the outfield, and she's done whatever we've asked of her. And she's crushing the ball, and so we really are looking for that to maybe even be taken up to another level in conference play. And Danielle Wright, I mean, she can change the game with one swing, one throw. There's a lot of teams that do not try to steal home, go home on her from second to home if she's in the outfield. And it's just a matter of them just keeping their game, at the top notch, and they change the attitude of our team when we're playing if they're hot. So it's nice to have them.
And it's nice too, I guess. You had a couple players like Gipsy Ramirez was coming off surgery, so she wasn't fully healthy. Whitney Holland missed a bunch of games first part of the season, but she came in right away and started producing. Do you feel like you're really starting to, everything's coming together, especially since you knew beginning of the season you may have to shuffle the lineup around a lot? Do you feel like you're really starting to get everyone just settled into their spots?
Yeah, we definitely feel a lot better. This past weekend, it clicked. It's starting to click. And if all three things click, defense, hitting, and pitching, you know, it's going to be exciting. The defense is finally where we are excited about it. We've always said the top hitters are going to play, so we have kind of readjusted some players to positions they're not used to, like Jeanette Salceda in left field, but she's stepping up. I mean, she stole a home run from Bethune-Cookman this past weekend over the fence, and it was phenomenal. And you know, they've really bought into what we're trying to do as a whole, and it is clicking, and it's nice. It's very nice to see solid defense, which is what we kind of lacked early on.
Yeah, as you say, early on in the season, it seemed like there would be you guys are doing well, and then there's an inning where somebody makes an error, and it always seemed like it snowballed. So was that just a matter of just people got to learn to, you know, let it go and get past them?
We definitely have had a lot of games where it's just one inning that killed us, and I think it was a lack of confidence and maybe lack of just that playing time. We had a lot of young kids in there, and now they're more confident. We've worked really, really, really hard on playing solid, simple defense and making sure that we're controlling the other team, not letting their base runners control us, which is what was happening. You know, and it takes time for those younger kids to feel confident out there and feel like they can control the game. And it's finally happening.
Yeah, so sometimes it takes one win or a comeback win or something, and they're like, hey, we can do this. So next time if they have a bad inning, they give up 2 or 3 runs, it's like, so what, we can go out there and score the runs. So.
And we have been doing that a lot lately. We've been coming back in the 6th and 7th inning, which is so nice to see that they're not giving up, and they're pushing through. So hopefully, you know, going to the rest of the conference, we'll really be able to kind of dominate. Hopefully everything clicks together.
Yep. Like I said, the Spartans got conference season going underway, and they still got another month left in the season, including a couple of conference home weekends here against
South Carolina State,
yes.
North Carolina A&T.
Yeah. So all these schedules run together after a while. It's tough, but like I said, for all your information on NSU Spartans, video highlights, video in-game streaming, and we're also going to have for the A&T series at the end of April 30th and May 1st, we're going to have a audio commentary with it. Ross Gordon, who does football and basketball commentary for NSU Athletics, will provide some commentary for softball there. That'll be a first of a kind. So check that out, and again, the website is www.nsuspartans.com.